Hey guys, I'm Ewan Jaspan. We're here in Brazil and we're just looking through some clips from Hood River this summer, and today we're going to go over a double back roll hooked in and give you some tips and some ways to style it out and add your own flair to it. Today we're looking at this double back roll. We've got a few angles from a session in Lyle out in the gorge, and you'll see in these clips I'm doing a crail on my double back roll, but we're just going to go over the basic double back roll rotation, how to commit to it, where to put the kite, and how to land it with ease and style. A nice kite to start this on is like a 10 meter or a 12 meter, where the kite's not going to be too reactive or out of control. You're going to be able to kind of predict where it is nice and easy. You're going to want to come in with nice power. For this trick, we're looking at a scent double back roll, so this means you're sending the kite up to 12 o'clock or past 12 o'clock to get lots of height and do a nice kind of floaty, stalled out double back roll. So you're obviously going to want to have your single back rolls kind of dialed and some nice lofty jumps and some good kite control before you go for this, because you are going to be spinning backwards twice during this trick and you're going to want to know where the kite is and kind of feel safe. So we're going to be coming in with some nice speed. Kite at 45, maybe a little bit higher. You don't want to put your kite too low for big air tricks. This is a kind of common misconception that people want to send the kite as hard as they can to 12, thinking if the lower they put it, the harder they can send it up to 12. A lot of the time that will actually end up pulling you off your edge downwind. It will be too much power. So you want to start with your kite, say you're going left about 11 o'clock. So you can nicely send it up past 12 o'clock and it not pull you downwind. You really want to go upwind into your jump. As you can see in a lot of these videos, it wasn't actually that windy, so I was really working for all my height. I was doing this kind of pre-pop thing before the trick, and that's when you're edging upwind, you hop off your edge and then back down again into your edge. It gives you that last little hop upwind to get as much height as possible. As we send the kite up to 12, I'm going to look over my left shoulder and initiate the first back roll. A lot of the time on my double back roll, and an easy way to do it is really send the first back roll pretty quick, so then when you're up at the peak of the jump, you can kind of make the decision whether you've got a good gust, good height, good kite control, and then you can commit into the second back roll, and you've got plenty of time. So I send the back roll, see that I've got enough height. On this one, obviously I grab crail here just for a bit of extra flair, but keep the kite around 12 o'clock, maybe a little bit past, and if it is past 12 o'clock over to the other side to 1, you want to be pulling a little bit on your front hand again to bring it back across the 12. You never want to leave the kite in one position for too long on a big air trick, otherwise you start to fall out the sky. I still look over my left shoulder, as you can see, to finish the second back roll, spot my landing, and then hopefully you've still got a bit of height and you can check where your kite is and either down loop into the landing or just right away to the left. So yeah, running through it again, you can see in this one I fling pretty fast into the first back roll, then check I've got nice height, nice position and everything, and I can float myself into the second back roll by looking over that left shoulder. You can see in this one specifically, I've sent the kite quite a lot past 12 o'clock, almost past 1 o'clock, almost to the other side. This was really just to get some extra height, try and get as much whip out of the kite as possible. You just got to be careful when doing this, that you really notice that it's there and pull your kite with your left hand back up to 12 o'clock, otherwise you just fall out the sky and it's going to be a bit of a hard landing. But if you do that, a lot of the time when you whip it back across, you get a really nice floaty landing like this where you can down loop. And if you do down loop out of your tricks, it's sometimes nice to land into a transition. So yeah, the main thing is for this trick, send the first one nice and quick so you've got time to check in the air if it's a good back roll. You don't want to stop for too long because then it's hard to initiate the second rotation, but really just look over that front shoulder, commit to it, make sure you keep an eye on where your kite is in the sky. That's the main thing when sending double rotations, is to not let your kite fall off to one side too easy. And yeah, bring it back, spot your landing and ride away. Another tip as well for this trick is when you're doing these double rotations, a lot of the time, the rotation's not the hard bit, it is actually the kite control. So before you do a trick, think in your head what you have to do with the kite and what the situations could be. Because a lot of the time when you're backwards, people start to get their hands mixed up and you're all of a sudden big air backwards, you think, oh, which side's my kite at thinking, and you pull the wrong side and then you end up falling out the sky. So really imagine what you're doing with the kite. So when you are backwards, you don't need to think which side my kite is, just it's gonna be the left hand that I need to pull, or it's gonna be the right hand that I need to pull if you oversend your kite. So for me, a lot of the time, I know if I oversend the kite and I'm falling out the sky, I know that it's gonna be on the right side of the window, not the left, so I need to crank my left hand no matter what. And when this is a mistake that I made when I was starting, I'd think, oh no, like my kite's out the window, which way is it? Oh, maybe I'll pull the right, and then it's the wrong side. So just think in your head before you do it, where the kite could end up and which hand that's gonna pull. So when you are backwards and you feel like you're falling out the sky a bit, you don't need to think which side it is, you just know it's left hand. So yeah, hope those tips helped. And yeah, stick around, we're gonna have a few more videos coming up shortly. So yeah, if you guys found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up, a like, comment if you've got any more tips, and hit that subscribe button.